Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're starting with a story that, honestly, it's pretty remarkable. Picture this. An 88-year-old man who just a few months back really struggled to even push himself up from a chair. Feeling weak, muscles fading. He figured that was just, well, getting older.
A very common feeling, unfortunately.
All right. But fast forward only 10 weeks, just 10 weeks, and this same man is walking briskly around the park every single morning, feeling stronger, more energetic. It's like night and day.
That's a fantastic turnaround.
It really is. And here's the part that grabbed me. This huge change, it came just from tweaking his diet. But it wasn't about loading up on protein in general or even focusing on eggs, the thing everyone thinks of first for muscle.
Right, the usual suspect.
Exactly. No, his success came from choosing very specific types of protein, ones packed with unique compounds that seem to really speak to aging muscles. His doctors, amazed. His muscle protein synthesis rate, how fast he builds muscle, it shot up to nearly match someone 25 years younger.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And that really gets to the heart of it.
So, what was the secret sauce? It wasn't more protein, it was the right kind. Today, we are diving deep into 6 proteins that science is showing are actually even more powerful than eggs for rebuilding muscle, especially when you're past 70. This might just change how you think about protein entirely.
That story, it really illustrates a crucial point perfectly. It's not just about the amount of protein, it's about its specific quality, and maybe even more importantly, the unique nutrients that come along with it.
Okay.
See, as our bodies age, especially after 70, they just don't handle protein the same way. They don't process it, don't utilize it as efficiently.
Right, things slow down.
Exactly. So certain compounds, things often overlooked in simpler foods, become absolutely vital for building muscle effectively, for repairing tissue. So yeah, traditional sources like eggs, they're good, don't get me wrong, but they might fall a bit short later in life because they often lack these synergistic elements. The things the body really needs then, these 6 foods we're going to talk about, they offer that extra edge.
All right, let's get into it. Kicking off our list at number 6. It's a real low-cost powerhouse that I think most people just walk right past. Lentils.
Yes, humble but mighty.
Totally. We often think, meat, eggs, that's where the protein is. But lentils, they pack a solid 18 grams of protein in just one cooked cup. And it costs, what, pennies?
Very affordable, yes.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Like you said, it's not just the protein count that makes them special.
You've nailed it. If we zoom out a little, lentils are a fantastic example of something researchers are calling the gut-muscle axis.
Gut-muscle axis.
Okay, tell me more.
It's this crucial connection that many people miss. So that single cup of lentils, it has a huge 16 grams of fiber, both the soluble and insoluble kinds.
Wow, okay.
And this fiber isn't just, for keeping things moving. It actively feeds your good gut bacteria. And when they're happy, they produce something called butyrate.
Yeah, and butyrate has been shown to do some pretty amazing things. It dramatically calms inflammation in your muscles, it sharpens your body's insulin response, and basically it helps you use all the protein you eat much more effectively.
So better gut health means stronger muscles.
Potentially, yes. Some data suggests a healthy microbiome could boost muscle protein synthesis by up to 30%, just by supporting your gut. It's probably no coincidence that lentils and other legumes are staples in places like the blue zones, right? Where people are strong and active well into their 90s.
That makes so much sense. It's the whole package, not just one nutrient.
Absolutely. And beyond the gut stuff, lentils are loaded with other key things like folate, essential for creating proteins right down to the DNA level. Nearly 1 in 3 older adults are low in folate.
Really? 1 in 3?
Yeah. And just correcting that deficiency can boost strength in just a couple of weeks, maybe even muscle mass, by about 5% over 3 months. Plus, you get iron. Pair it with some vitamin C, like from peppers or lemon juice, and your body absorbs it way better, helping carry oxygen to your muscles. And potassium. More than bananas, actually. Great for muscle firmness, preventing cramps.
Incredible. These little things are nutritional giants, so how can people easily start using them?
No, they're super versatile. Red lentils cook really fast, maybe 10 minutes. Perfect for a quick soup or dal. Green lentils hold their shape better, so they're great in salads. Black beluga lentils, they have the most antioxidants.
Okay.
You can even sprout them. That bumps up the protein by about 20% and makes them even easier to digest.
Yeah.
It really forces us to rethink, what is a muscle-building food? It's clearly more than just the protein number.
Definitely. Okay, moving on to number 5. This one's interesting. Hemp seeds. You call them the protein that feels like home to your muscles.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Many people, especially past 70, they really believe you need meat or eggs to maintain muscle strength. But hemp seeds offer a different route, a really efficient one. Just 3 tablespoons give you 10 grams of complete protein. And again, super affordable, less than a cup of coffee usually. The claim is the body just recognizes it immediately.
What's fascinating about hemp seeds is their unique protein structure and also their fat profile. Both make them incredibly bioavailable.
Bioavailable, meaning easy for the body to use.
Exactly. They contain a type of protein called adestin. And adestin is remarkably similar to the proteins already floating around in our own blood plasma, so your muscles just welcome it right in, no fuss, very efficient absorption.
Wow, okay.
But the fat profile is also key. Hemp seeds have this near-perfect omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, around 3 to 1. That balance is fantastic for reducing inflammation and nourishing muscle tissue. Compare that to eggs, which often have a ratio closer to like 21 to 1.
21 to 1, that sounds inflammatory.
It can be, potentially fueling the very inflammation aging bodies are already trying to fight. So hemp offers a much better balance.
So it's fighting inflammation while delivering protein. That's huge for older adults.
It really is. And they also contain something quite rare called GLA gamma-linolenic acid. It's a fat that converts in the body to DGLA, which directly dials down muscle inflammation. There are studies showing GLA can cut that post-exercise soreness in older adults by up to 40% and help them recover faster.
40%, that's significant.
It is. And then there's arginine, an amino acid that helps widen blood vessels. Better blood flow means more oxygen, more nutrients getting delivered right to the muscle fibers. Super important because circulation tends to slow down as we age, right?
Makes sense.
But arginine does something else really cool. It triggers the release of growth hormone. Growth hormone levels drop significantly, maybe by half, between ages 40 and 70.
Wow.
Yeah. And research suggests taking arginine, maybe after a workout or before bed, can boost growth hormone release by up to 30%. That directly helps muscle repair.
This is a powerhouse seed. And they seem easy to incorporate, too.
Oh, incredibly easy. And get this, those 3 tablespoons also cover nearly half your daily magnesium needs. Over 80% of older adults don't get enough magnesium.
80%? That's staggering.
It leads to cramps, weakness, slow recovery. Magnesium also activates vitamin D, which we know is vital for muscle strength. So think about sprinkling hemp seeds on your salmon powerful recovery duo right there.
Love that synergy.
And the best part, no cooking needed. Keep them on the counter, sprinkle them on yogurt, oatmeal, salads, blend them in smoothies, or just snack on them. Start with maybe a tablespoon, work your way up. And a perfect example of leveraging fats and micronutrients, not just protein, for muscle health as we get older.
Fantastic. Okay, number 4, wild salmon. You said this offers something eggs just can't, the ability to repair muscle damage right at the cellular level.
That's right.
Now, salmon's known for protein, about 22 grams per serving, high-quality stuff. But you're saying the real magic is in those omega-3 fats. What's so special about wild salmon?
Well, wild salmon is a prime example of how specific nutrients can act as both preventative and restorative agents against that age-related muscle decline, sarcopenia. Those omega-3s, EPA, and DHA, they function almost like a lubricant inside aging muscle fibers. They actively fight inflammation.
You called inflammation rust eating away at muscle tissue earlier.
Exactly. It's a constant battle as we age, and eggs don't really help with that specific issue. But omega-3s do. There was a compelling study at the University of Washington. Older adults who got the omega-3 equivalent of eating salmon about 3 times a week, they gained 6% more muscle mass.
Without exercising more.
Without exercising more or changing anything else about their protein intake. But here's the really cool part. Their muscles actually became more sensitive to all the protein they were eating. They started using it more efficiently.
Wait, so eating salmon made the other protein they ate work better? That's incredible.
Precisely. It's like it primes the pump. These omega-3 fats literally weave themselves into the muscle cell membranes, keeping them flexible and more responsive to growth signals. They help turn on the master switch for building muscle, something called mTOR, while simultaneously turning down those inflammatory signals.
That's powerful stuff happening at the cellular level.
It is. And wild salmon delivers something else eggs are really missing, vitamin D. A good serving can have around 1,000 IU. We know vitamin D is crucial for bones, but it also directly triggers protein-building activity right inside the muscle cells. Just correcting a vitamin D deficiency can boost muscle strength by up to 20% in older adults.
20%? Just from getting enough vitamin D?
Wow. And there's more. that beautiful pink color in wild salmon.
Yeah.
It comes from astaxanthin. It's an antioxidant, but it's incredibly potent, like 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C.
Whoa.
Astaxanthin protects the mitochondria, the little energy factories in your cells. This helps sustain endurance, reduces fatigue. Some studies suggest it could boost muscular endurance in seniors by almost 40%.
Okay, salmon is sounding like a superfood for muscles. Anything else?
Well, it also provides selenium, which fuels enzymes that protect muscles from oxidative stress. And it naturally contains about a gram of creatine per serving. Creatine helps with muscle contraction strength and performance.
So, practically speaking, how do we get the most out of salmon?
Okay, good question. Wild-caught Alaskan salmon is generally considered the gold standard. It tends to have higher omega-3s, more vitamin D, and that natural astaxanthin compared to most farm-raised types.
Right.
And how you cook it matters. Gentle cooking, like steaming or baking at a lower temperature, helps preserve those precious omega-3s. High heat can damage them.
Good tip.
A little lemon juice is great too, adds flavor, helps prevent oxidation, and actually boosts the absorption of the iron in the salmon. And don't forget canned wild salmon. It's affordable, convenient, and if you eat the soft bones, you get extra calcium. Mix it with some Greek yogurt instead of mayo, adds probiotics too. It just shows how food can do more than build. It can protect and optimize.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, coming in at number 3, you called this the fast track to muscle growth. Whey protein.
Yes, whey is all about speed and efficiency.
You mentioned that McMaster University study. Older adults, over 75, using whey built twice as much muscle as an egg group. That's astonishing. And it wasn't just eating more protein, it was how the whey worked. How does it do that?
Right, that study was a real eye-opener. It boils down to how quickly whey delivers its amino acids. See, when you're younger, your muscles can grab onto and use protein for hours after you eat.
Okay.
But after 70, that window for muscle protein synthesis, the time your muscles are really receptive to building it, shrinks significantly. To really kickstart growth, you need a fast, high concentration of amino acids hitting your system.
A quick rush.
Exactly.
Wow.
They deliver that rush, usually within about an hour, it hits that prime window. Eggs, on the other hand, they digest much more slowly, taking maybe 3 or 4 hours to fully break down. They often miss that optimal timing for older muscles.
Ah, so timing becomes critical as we age.
Absolutely critical. And the key player in whey is an amino acid called leucine. Think of leucine as the ignition key that turns on the muscle-building engine.
The on switch.
Precisely. Now, a serving of eggs might have, say, 1.3 grams of leucine. A typical scoop of whey can have up to 2.5 grams, sometimes more. And here's the kicker. After 70, studies suggest you often need closer to 3 grams of leucine all at once to really wake up those muscle-building pathways effectively.
3 grams, but you'd need like 5 eggs to get what's in one decent scoop of whey.
Roughly, yes, in terms of that leucine trigger. And whey also provides other branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, like isoleucine and valine. They give energy directly to muscles during activity and help protect against breakdown.
Are there other, maybe less obvious benefits to whey?
Yes, definitely.
Yep.
Whey contains things called immunoglobulins, essentially, natural antibodies. These can help calm low-grade inflammation in the gut, which is common in older adults, and can actually block protein absorption.
So it helps you absorb all protein better, potentially.
It can contribute, yes. And there's another component called glycomacropeptide, or GMP. It seems to help with appetite control, but also makes your cells more sensitive to insulin. Better insulin sensitivity means more of the protein and nutrients get directed into the muscle cells and less gets stored as fat.